Now a nearly century-old hotel getting a facelift and a new purpose. How its current owner is looking to keep the past alive.
Also, 15 years after the death of Peter Talon, a lacrosse family and the Madison Fire Department look to remind the community about protecting themselves with working smoke detectors.
And Dane County is getting much-needed support to address opiate and fentanyl-related emergencies. Welcome to News 3 Now at 6. If you saw the inside of an old hotel in Rock County 18 months ago, you might argue demolition is the best option. To put it simply, it was incredibly deteriorated.
But since that time, the building's owner has worked toward a $9 million effort to restore and renovate the historic building, and he's getting closer to reopening it for its new purpose. Catherine Merck takes us inside.
In just a couple of months, people will be able to walk through what was once the doors of a nearly century-old hotel. Now, it's getting a facelift.
This is the neatest old building in Janesville.
At the Monterey construction site in Janesville, you can tell the old building has years of history within its walls.
So this is the original hardware from the building as it was.
To understand its significance, we have to go back to 1929.
As I say, this is probably the most significant building in downtown Janesville as far as the notoriety of it.
Current owner Jim Graft says from presidents to musicians, this hotel was once a social hub for southern Wisconsin.
It's always piqued the interest of the whole city and the whole county, actually.
Since the 90s, the hotel sat abandoned. But with this new project, which started nearly 2 years ago, parts of the past will remain.
For the majority speaking, the outside of the building and the existing structures remained intact 100% as it was originally built.
Keith Swetlick is behind the work that's turning the hotel into apartment units. He wanted to open next month, but industry-wide supply chain issues set them back.
We have items that we've ordered that are over a year out, that have been on order for over a year, that are necessary to complete courses of construction that we don't have in hand.
As the construction now heads into these final months of renovations, these interior walls look different than they ever have before. But it hasn't been at the expense of the rich history that's found here.
I would say that this building has probably been on the front page of the Gazette more than any other building in Rock County.
The owner tells me people are going to be able to start leasing spots from this building beginning in April 2023. Reporting in Janesville, I'm Catherine Merck with News 3 Now.
Well, a pretty cool place, isn't it? Well, on this chilly night, let's check your certified most accurate forecast. Here is Chief Meteorologist Gary Canaldi. Gary, it's cold out there.
It is cold enough that I'm staying inside, at least for the time being. Got some flurries moving out of eastern Wisconsin, but some light snow showers up in northwestern Minnesota will move in here later on tonight and could briefly give us some brief bursts of heavier snowfall. But 6-hour future track radar shows those snow showers are staying to our north at least before midnight. Current temperatures right now across southern Wisconsin, here in Dane County, 21 Madison, 21 Middleton, 21 in Belleville and Verona. Across the rest of southern Wisconsin, 25 in Milwaukee. But notice the wind chills right now, down to 12 in Milwaukee, 11 in Madison, and single digits to our north and to our west. Look for skies to be mostly cloudy this evening, and then it'll turn partly cloudy for a time. Temperatures dropping into the upper teens, but again, some snow showers later on tonight, and then another shot of very cold air for early Sunday morning. I'll have more on that in the forecast in just a few minutes.
Gary, thank you. A family who lost their son 15 years ago today is commemorating his death by spreading the word about fire safety to today's students at UW-Madison. Peter Talon, a UW lacrosse student, was visiting his brother when a fire broke out at the house where he was staying, 123 North Bedford. There was only one working smoke alarm in the two-story home. Talon's death prompted an overhaul of the City of Madison smoke alarm ordinance, now named in his honor. The Peter Talon Memorial Ordinance passed unanimously in the Madison Common Council in 2009. It took effect in August 2010.
A community the size of Madison should experience about two and a half fire fatalities a year. But fortunately, we don't see those kinds of numbers. We don't see those kinds of numbers because of this smoke alarm ordinance named after Peter.
The ordinance now requires homes to be equipped with tamper-resistant alarms powered by 10-year lithium-ion batteries. Madison Fire and the Talon family also asked to make sure your smoke alarms meet the ordinance requirements.
A man is dead after his vehicle was struck by an Amtrak train last night. This happened in Brookfield. According to a preliminary investigation, the driver had gone around the train crossing gates. Amtrak says the train was traveling from Chicago to Seattle when it hit the vehicle. There were no reported injuries to the passengers or crew on board. Police say the train crossing might be closed for several days due to damage to railroad company property. Governor Evers is ordering flags to fly at half-staff Monday in remembrance of last year's Waukesha Christmas parade tragedy. Monday marks the one-year anniversary of the incident. 6 people were killed and dozens more were injured and traumatized. The governor says the anniversary is also a chance to honor the brave first responders, community leaders, and neighbors who rushed to help that day. Waukesha city leaders say plans are underway for a permanent memorial for the victims. Medics in Dane County may save some lives without even being in the room in the future. It's all about what they can leave behind after certain emergency calls.
A large pot of county money will help make it happen. Braden Ross learned the how from Fitzrona's EMS chief today. Braden?
The Dane County Board approved spending $750,000 on an opioid and drug overdose prevention. Part of that money will pay for Narcan kits, which medics can leave after they respond and save someone who's overdosing. The kits will come with 2 doses of the life-saving drug that can reverse an opioid overdose almost immediately. The critics have raised some concerns that handing out Narcan could enable addiction, but Fitzrona's EMS chief says getting Narcan into more hands might give those who use it a chance at recovery.
This is something we can do to help people survive. One more survival means that is another opportunity for a person to seek rehab or seek help.
The initiative will also create a program to teach prevention and harm reduction in schools and partner with communities to distribute Narcan kits and fentanyl test strips. The $750,000 will add to the nearly $1.6 million Dane County already spends fighting the opioid epidemic.
Braden, thank you. And big news today in the fight against type 1 diabetes. A new therapy to delay the onset of the disease has been approved by the FDA. Type 1 diabetes is a genetic disease where a person's pancreas doesn't make insulin or won't make enough. The new monoclonal antibody will be marketed under the brand name Tzield. It comes in a single 14-day course of infusions that each last 30 to 60 minutes.
On average, the delay of development of type 1 was 2 years, but there were those that went longer than that. And as we get more and more data, this may prevent the development even longer than 2 years, which is really exciting.
And the most common side effects reported in the trial participants were low white blood cells and lymph cells, rash, and headache. The drug company has launched a program called Compass to help families navigate financial challenges in accessing the drug.
The head of the Wisconsin Department of Natural Resources is retiring after 4 years on the job. Preston Cole has served as secretary of the department since Governor Evers took office in 2019. Cole will be retiring on Wednesday, giving the governor an opportunity to choose a new leader of the agency for his second term. Under Cole's leadership, the DNR launched efforts to control pollution from PFAS chemicals, instituted a new wolf management plan that doesn't set limits on how many can be killed, and emphasized clean water initiatives. A spokesperson for Evers says a replacement would be named as soon as possible. Well, we have another traffic update to tell you about involving the Hairball intersection in Madison. Because of this cold weather, work on that intersection at John Nolan Drive, Blair, Wilson, and Williamson Streets is postponed. Nightly closures will resume next week, Sunday through Tuesday nights, starting at 9 p.m. South Blair Street will be fully closed between Railroad Street and East Wilson Street. Still ahead, the Rock County LGBTQ+ Committee is hosting a different kind of Thanksgiving event tonight.
Plus, the state capitol looking for kids around the state to send in ornaments for this year's holiday tree. Details on the theme coming up.
Furniture and Appliance Mart's Black Friday Appliance Preview Sale is here. Buy any GE washer and get a free garbage disposer, plus 60-month special financing. Get a sneak peek at Black Friday Appliance Savings at Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley off the Beltline in East Springs Drive.
Oh, love that Chevy Blazer. That's our next SUV. Love that Equinox. That's our next SUV.
Nice Trailblazer.
It was love at first sight. What?
The Chevy family of SUVs. Find new options. Find new roads.
Well-qualified buyers can get 2.99% financing or $1,000 cash allowance on all 2022 Equinox models. Plus, unlock your code to claim an additional $500 Chevy Cybercash. Chevrolet, the #1 selling brand in Wisconsin.
Hey, there's my girl. Who's that?
Life can be uncomfortable. Your home doesn't have to be. Whether you're looking for all the advanced features or something with a lower upfront cost, with Rheem heating equipment, you can stay comfortable even in the most uncomfortable situations.
Oh, come on. Yes, let's go.
Feel the Wohlers difference. Call Wohlers Heating and Air Conditioning today, serving Dane County for over 45 years.
The original immersive Van Gogh exhibit is opening November 24th at Lighthouse Art Space, Madison. Get lost in the sights and sounds of this completely spectacular, vivid, and breathtaking immersive art experience that ABC calls absolutely stunning. The New York Times raves that the original immersive Van Gogh exhibit is a must-see, lavish artistic festival. Tickets available now at vangoghmadison.com.
Ashley's Black Friday preview sale is here. Save big on furniture doorbusters, now up to 58% off. Plus 60 months special financing, no minimum and no money down. Get a sneak peek at Black Friday savings, happening now at Ashley.
You are watching News 3 Now at 6.
Welcome back. Right now, Defy Domestic Abuse Beloit and Rock County LGBTQ+ are having food, allyship, and fun at a Friendsgiving event. It's happening at UW Whitewater, Rock County. That address is 2909 Kellogg Avenue until 7 o'clock tonight. Everyone is welcome to this free event and asked to bring a dish to pass and their own non-alcoholic beverage. Turkey is going to be provided. No reservations required. Following this Friendsgiving event, UW Whitewater, Rock County is performing a drag review, which begins at 7:30 in the Kirk Denmark Theater. Tickets for that are $15 and can be purchased at the door or online.
Students across Wisconsin will once again have the opportunity to help decorate the state capitol holiday tree this year, and this year's decoration theme, Wisconsin Waters. Ornaments should be made with materials that aren't breakable, might have to be strong enough to hold up during shipping, and they should also be attached to a 10-inch loop or ribbon or string or something that'll be used to hang from the tree. Now, those who are interested in creating an ornament should send it in by Tuesday to Emily Gorman of the Wisconsin Department of Administration, Division of Facilities and Transportation Services. You can find the address there at the bottom of your screen, but also at channel3000.com. When we come back, it's time to take that turkey out of the freezer. The best ways you can thaw it before the holiday.
Plus, the Goodman Community Center is getting ready for their Thanksgiving basket drive. We'll take you there live to see how the preparations are going.
Plus, could we see record low temperatures this weekend? Gary's back with your complete forecast after the break.
Steinhaffel's Black Friday sale starts now. Start with 35 to 50% off store-wide. Plus, get great bonus buys like this Beauty Rest Queen mattress, only $4.99. This Peddler bar, also $4.99. This sofa, now $6.99. A family-size dining set, $11.99. This comfy queen bed, just $12.99. And when you use Steinhaffel's 72-month financing, you can buy even more. So shop Steinhaffel's Black Friday sale, going on now at Steinhaffel's and Steinhaffels.com.
Don't you wish you could wave a magic wand and have whiter teeth? Well, you can, but it's not magic. It's power swabs. Just swab your teeth for 5 minutes and boom, whiter teeth and a better smile. And since you're not dealing with messy trays or awkward strips, you're less vulnerable to the harsh sensitivity they sometimes create.
I've used strips. They seem to really hurt my teeth. The power swabs, it just seemed very gentle.
It's so simple and easy. You just open it, you apply it to your teeth, you forget it's there. And I noticed that they're white and bright again like they were before.
I noticed actually a difference the first time that I used power swabs. You put on the first coat and then the activator goes on and immediately you start seeing it working.
It only takes 5-minute applications to get a brighter, whiter smile with power swabs. You just snap, swab, and smile. Power swabs have been clinically studied to whiten natural teeth and remove stains from caps, crowns, and veneers. It's so powerful, it removes stains from coffee, tea, red wine, and even smoking.
I love my coffee in the morning.
I will never stop drinking coffee. I will not be the person drinking hot coffee with a straw.
As much coffee as I drink, I can use my power swabs and eliminate the staining.
When I use the power swabs, I applied it directly to my front tooth where the coffee stain was.
I like being able to individually get get the teeth, and most importantly, it got kind of in between the grooves.
You can put it directly on the stain that you see on your teeth, and it's so precise.
But as powerful as it is, it's also gentle and causes 0 to minimal sensitivity.
This didn't sting, it didn't burn, it didn't have an aftertaste. It was just a swab, and I just got to rub it on my teeth, and that was it.
Take it from me as someone who has gone the dental route, but has also gone on the shelf route, and I've not really seen anything work as effective and as easy as power swabs.
Whiten your teeth this Thanksgiving by ordering power swabs and receive 40% off the regular price. Shipping is free, plus you'll receive a free quick stick pen to use on the go after meals or a cup of coffee. Visit powerswabs.com or call the number on your screen.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6.
What's coming up fast? It is Crunch Week for the Goodman Center as folks there prepare for their Thanksgiving basket drive. And this year, more than 4,000 families registered to receive a basket.
Right now, volunteers have started packing the baskets in preparation for tomorrow. And that is where we find our McKenna Alexander. McKenna, how's it going there?
Yeah, Eric, I know you mentioned it's Crunch Week, but I've got to say it doesn't feel stressful because there's such a good process going on. Now, here to join me is Danny, the CDO of Goodman Center. Now, Danny, why don't you go and tell me, we had a really exciting donation this morning. As I mentioned earlier in our 5 show, that somebody was watching our show this morning on News 3 Now, heard about this process happening today, and then something really exciting happened. I didn't give away too much information at 5, so I'm going to let you go and share what exactly happened this morning here.
Thank you so much. Yes, we are so thankful for the wonderful coverage of News 3 because we made a new friend at the Goodman Center today. Terry came in to tell me all about his late wife, Ellen Marie Dudley, and he found a note from her that was talking about supporting his neighbors and making an impact in the community. And he called us to say, I saw this news and I have to make a $10,000 gift to this effort. And you know, I think I cried, and it was amazing. So we were just thrilled, and I feel like we made this wonderful new friend, and he is just so effusive about his love for his wife and all of the wonderful things that we're going to do with the Thanksgiving drive this year. So we are just so grateful to him and to Channel 3 for making this possible for our community.
Now, I know, of course, this time of year is all about giving, and any donation here at the Goodman Center is appreciated, whether it's a can of corn or $10,000. How does it feel to have such a significant contribution, especially made kind of on the fly?
Well, it blows me away. It was kind of breathtaking for me, and because I know that this is going to impact so many hundreds of families, and the thousands of families that need this support this year, and to know that we've made this longtime friend and are going to help be able to share his wife's story, and she is an incredible lady, an incredible artist, and it was just a joy to learn about her and his memory of her and his love for her, and to spread that to all of our community was just really meaningful. So thank you.
Winfrey, thank you so much, Jan, for telling me that story. Like, you're tearing up, I'm about to tear up. It's a very sweet one. I appreciate it. Now, you mentioned that is going to help so many thousands of families. Let me show you really quickly here just what exactly we've got going on. We've got all this process. I'm going to run into these people if I keep walking. We've got right now the dry goods, but let me go ahead and show you. All these bags here are being filled with pantry goods. On the other side of the gym, we've got the fresh goods coming in. And going into those bags, we've got all types of foods. Here's just some of the goods you can see in your bags. You've got potatoes, you've got carrots, you've got onions, you've got rolls, which the farmers actually themselves brought them to the Goodman Center this year. Whenever families are picking up their bags tomorrow, like I mentioned, they get those pantry goods, they get these. They'll also get a carton of eggs, milk, a pumpkin pie, and of course, a turkey. So there are still donations needed. This time food, you don't have to come drop off 10K, but any donation is welcome. For a full list of donations still needed, just visit the Goodman Center's website. And of course, News 3 Now is very happy to partner with this. For right now, live at the Goodman Center, McKenna Alexander, News 3 Now.
That's quite a process. They've got it down out there. McKenna, thank you. And with the holiday less than a week away, it is time to thaw out your turkey. The CDC has some recommendations on how to do it safely. If you start thawing it right now, the fridge, they say, is the easiest method. The agency says to allow about 24 hours of thawing for each 4 or 5 pounds of turkey. Another way to thaw, cold water. Lastly, you could use your microwave. You do have to cook the turkey right away, though, after taking it out of the microwave. What not to do, they say, thawing it by leaving it on the counter. The agency says if it's out for more than 2 hours at room temp, germs can rapidly grow on it, making it unsafe to eat.
Well, as the snow continues to fall in our area, Buffalo, New York is getting completely covered with it. A major lake effect snowstorm dropped towards 3 feet of snow in some areas of western New York. A state of emergency and travel ban have been issued in Erie County. And for more on this storm and your weekend forecast, let's check back in with Gary.
Yeah, Buffalo's getting a little bit of a break right now. The heaviest band of snow has shifted to the south and now is affecting areas south of Buffalo and into Erie, Pennsylvania. But there's also heavy lake effect snows up toward Watertown, New York. And eventually, as the winds become a little more southwesterly, that band of snow will work its way right back into Buffalo with maybe another 1 to 2 feet of snow on top of what they've already got. Lake effect snow warnings in effect for that area, as well as parts of northern New York State, winter storm watches and warnings in effect for parts of northern Pennsylvania and parts of Ohio. In Wisconsin, we've got winter weather advisories up into Vilas County for some lake effect snow coming in off of Lake Superior. The strongest snow bands, though, are off of Lake Michigan into parts of southwestern Michigan, where there are winter storm warnings and winter weather advisories. You can see those heavy lake effect snow bands, but as the winds become a little more westerly, it doesn't go across as much of the lake, and so that will start to, at least for a time being, lessen the snow there. We've had some flurries. Those are traveling to the east. There's actually a break here as skies have turned partly cloudy, but another band of lake effects, or not lake effect snow, but just snow showers will be developing to the north and west and move into here early tomorrow morning. Could bring some brief bursts of heavy snow. So keep an eye out for that. If you're traveling early tomorrow morning, you might run into some slippery road spots, especially in areas that get a brief heavy burst of snow. Otherwise, once we clear out for tomorrow night, we'll see near record cold temperatures by Sunday morning into the single digits, and wind chills will be below zero. But we'll look for temperatures to warm up to the point where we see a chance of rain showers or maybe a mixture of rain and snow showers from Wednesday night into Thanksgiving Day, Thursday, and Black Friday. But notice temperatures back into the upper 30s and lower 40s, closer to normal as we head toward the Thanksgiving holiday. European computer model, we've been watching these long-range models as we head into early Thanksgiving morning. Right now, it's keeping the bulk of the precipitation to the north and to the east of us. Wind shift to the west turns us a little bit colder. We'll see some snow showers or flurries on Black Friday if that forecast holds up. And the GFS computer model, well, it looks like it is not updated, but we are looking mainly at dry conditions from that computer model. So the longer range computer model is starting to paint a little bit better picture as we head toward Thanksgiving. But in the short term, it's going to stay cold. The winds, upper level winds coming right out of Canada into the Midwest. And until we can flatten that flow out and get a little more wind flow from the west, we're going to stay below normal temperature wise. Overnight, look for a low of 18 in Middleton, 21 in Belleville, 20 in Sun Prairie. We'll see some snow showers or flurries toward morning across the rest of southern Wisconsin, 21 Janesville, 21 in Platteville, 21 in La Crosse. And these will be, those temperatures will hold nearly steady overnight. Tomorrow, though, will only go up a couple of degrees to 23. We'll see some morning snow showers, and it'll be windy and very cold. In fact, planning your day starting at midnight tonight. Clouds start to come back in. Temperatures start to rise a little bit into the low 20s. Here comes that band of snow showers. Doesn't last very long, but again, there could be some brief bursts of heavier snow as they come on through, and then just some flurries after that, but temperatures hold nearly steady as those winds pick up out of the west and northwest. Snowfall amounts less than an inch in most areas, but again, it could be enough to cause some slippery road surfaces. Temperatures go from 8 on Sunday morning back up to 42 on Wednesday and Thanksgiving Thursday. A chance of rain showers on Thanksgiving, a chance of snow showers on Black Friday, and then mainly dry weather for the rest of the holiday weekend.
Say Cheese coming up in sports. Monroe runs wild at Camp Randall. How the Cheesemakers took home their first state football title in nearly 30 years. That's next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Some ideas seem good, but aren't.
Maybe she could sell her house.
What could go wrong?
Like listing your house, then dealing with all the trouble, expense, not to mention closing costs. We Buy Ugly Houses can buy your house fast for all cash as is with no hassle. Call or click to sell quick.
Hurry into Menards for shelving solutions during the last 11% off in 2022. Whether you need extra storage or want to add an accent to your living space, Dakota Shelving has the solution for you. Choose from our great selection of sizes and finishes to suit your needs. Elevate your style with our assortment of sturdy and beautiful Designer's Image shelf brackets. Get 11% off all Designer's Image shelf brackets and Dakota Storage Solutions right now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Wisconsin is a home of workers. We know it needs to get done, and we do it. Yet, we've been hit hard, some harder than others. Our contact may be limited, but we still can lift each other up. The Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy providers are working together to help keep your heat and power on. You may not ask for it, but we want you to know we're here.
Trust your feet to Morgan's Shoes.
Loa Footwear, a name synonymous with premium outdoor footwear for 80-plus years. Our patented mono-wrap construction wraps the foot in a lightweight yet firmly supportive frame. We use a softer polyurethane in our midsoles that provides better shock absorption and ultimate comfort underfoot. Plus, our patented Gore-Tex liner is more durable and creates a smoother fit, thus less potential for blisters or discomfort.
Comfort with style. Trust your feet to Morgan Shoes.
Morgan Shoes, Hilldale.
Need life insurance? Select Quote found Jacob, 40, a $500,000 policy for only $19 a month. And Select Quote found his wife Wendy, a $500,000 policy for only $17 a month.
Select Quote. We shop, you save.
Some ideas seem good, but aren't.
Maybe she could sell her house.
What could go wrong?
Like listing your house, then dealing with all the trouble, expense, not to mention closing costs. We Buy Ugly Houses can buy your house fast for all cash as is with no hassle. Call or click to sell quick.
It all comes down to the final drive. News 3 Now brings you the big play highlights and scores from Southern Wisconsin high school football action. Don't miss the final drive. Fridays on News 3 Now at 10.
The last time Monroe made it to state, the year was 1996. The last time they took home a title, well, that was back in 1994. But this was the year the Cheesemakers were going to end that streak, and they played like it all season long. Standing in their way in the Division III title game, West Salem. And from the start, Monroe flexed their muscles. No score in the first. It's Keaton Sweeney rumbling in from 10 yards out to put the Cheese on the board. And then it was just another episode of the Tucker Markham Show. The senior rushed for 170 yards and 4 scores. As a team, Monroe ran through West Salem like they were Swiss cheese, racking up 341 yards on the ground. Cheesemakers win their first state title since 1994 with a 35-14 win.
You know, you always prepare for the uphill battle, and right now it's going to take a little while to sink in. You know, we've never had it easy, and I'm so proud of these guys. They've worked so hard.
It feels great. I mean, the guys have all been working towards it. I mean, we've all been playing together for 7 years. It's been a heck of a journey. You know, we put in all the time. Got so far last year, came up short, coming all the way this year, going undefeated, getting the job done. It feels awesome.
Doesn't get any bigger than this on the ice than this weekend's series with Wisconsin for the Wisconsin women's hockey team. It's a Minnesota week. And this border battle has two of the best, not only in the WCHA, but in the nation facing off against each other. The Badgers enter ranked 3rd, while the Gophers come into Laban #1. Last year, UW struggled, losing 3 of 4 against their rivals. So this series is one they're definitely looking forward to.
We're so hyped up for these games because we've had these couple weeks off, and yeah, we're just really excited.
Being a 5th year, it's definitely one of those that I circle on my calendar for sure and definitely look forward to. They're some of the most competitive games of the year. You know, playing Ohio's fun and stuff, but playing Minnesota is definitely one of the most fun.
And just a reminder, you can watch Wisconsin's border battle series against Minnesota on TVW. Puck drops at 2 on Saturday and 3 on Sunday.
Good weather to sit inside and watch some hockey. Feels like hockey season.
Temperatures right now right around 20, give or take a couple of degrees one way or the other. Wind chills right now are in the single digits to our northwest.
It's chilly out there. Gary, thanks. Thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 6.
Have a warm evening, and we'll see you back here at 10.